Cool. I am going to kick it off with the prologue. Today's prologue, sponsored by Taco Bell. Come to Taco Bell. Before they bottled Baja Blast, we made a lot more money. So come and see us at Taco Bell. All right. The street that you all are seeing is well paved. Stones used to cobble it have been acutely smoothed, so carriages, horses, pack animals, and other means of transport can pass across its surface with general ease. The arcane light from tall lamps positioned just off of the street beam down onto the stones, goading them to shine in the night. Each stone is even shaped well, as if the mason responsible threw out any materials that didn't meet the standard. In fact, everything is well shaped, well placed, well spaced, well kept. The street is wide enough for cross traffic while not appearing too large. The hedges, pots, and flower boxes decorating the street corners have the perfect combination of flora and greenery. The lamps are not too bright, but you can easily see everything around you despite the midnight hour and lack of moon. The houses lining the street, while incredibly large, do not appear outwardly gaudy, and even the less fantastical structures are anything but gauche. Everything you see is molded, sanitized, shaped, pruned, and built to perfection. The one outlier to this picturesque setting is one lone figure standing on top of the perfectly laid street, underneath the perfectly lit lamp post, in front of the perfectly crafted facade of House Wellerby. His cloak is ripped. His worn leather boots are covered with blood. His shoulder-length white hair, though glowing in the light of the lamps, is unkempt. A shirt ripped in several places sits beneath an unbuttoned waistcoat, also dotted with blood. In his hand rests a now bent envelope. He stares at the house for what feels like an hour or more, not moving, barely breathing or blinking, processing the deaths of friends both recent and ancient. This is the cycle. Gael survives, and those around him do not. Breaking the silence, a small man standing a foot or so below Gael's height appears from around the left side of the house and sheepishly addresses him from across the street. Hello. A few of us have noticed you as standing here looking at the house. I don't mean to be a bother, but a couple of servants is getting nervous is all. Can I do anything for you? I don't mean to trouble. Gael's gaze at the house doesn't break. He soaks in every detail of the ornate structure now belonging to his friend's estate. I apologize, friend. It wasn't my intention to startle you. This house is gorgeous. The other man looks confused and a bit on edge. Warren never brought up their house, and Lyra always spoke about it fondly. But now I see why. I suppose I should have obliged one of their dinner invitations at one point. Oh no.
Oh, little buddy.
I regret that this night is the night I'm seeing their home for the first time. The man seems to relax after this admission, but still stays back by the wall of the house. You know Master Warren and Madame Lyra, then? You work together? I assume you don't live on a street like this. No judgment. None taken. And yes, we work together. A few others as well. You speak of both of them in the present. An odd choice. Not everyone grieves by standing out in the street, loitering around their dead friends' houses, mind you. Gael cracks a smile. I have something for the boy who lives here. Their son, Vern. Master Vern ain't seeing no one right now. Protective detail and all that. Suppose you should probably leave and come back later. I really must get this to him. Personally. I know that seems a bit... I suppose you should probably leave and come back later. The man looks very stern now, finding some sense of confidence. Of course, my condolences to you and your staff. And of course to the boy. The man starts waving his hands outward, signaling Gael to begin leaving, and he complies, turning, beginning his walk back down the perfectly laid street. As he walks, he looks back at the house to see the man re-entering through a side door. He stops for a moment and takes in the sight of the house one more time. I'm sorry, my friends. I should have come sooner. Just as Gael is about to turn and walk away, walk around a perfectly flowered corner under a perfectly lit street lamp, a second-story window opens on the face of the Wellerby house. A young boy wearing black pants, a black shirt, and a top hat that's just too big for his head climbs out, floats down to the ground, and runs swiftly towards an alleyway. And Gael smiles, just like his mother, and begins walking back towards the house. And we're now back in the present. Whatever that means after the last two sessions ending in two different spots. Would anybody like to recap? I know we kind of did it a little bit last week, but for people that weren't here, / Trent, who has not been here for a couple weeks.
This map looks interesting. Not a clue what's going on, so.
Can everyone pitch in if I kind of start the conversation?
Yeah.
So I believe for Vern, he reacted pretty poorly with vomiting or whatever to the global message from Cerberus, villainizing the unnamed party that we all belong to.
I will correct you there. It was not sickness or vomiting. He just fainted. That is normally I wouldn't correct you on something, but that is important. That he did not faint because he was sick.
Yeah, I added as a joke the last time I played. After that announcement happened, I said that then I promptly vomited. But that was just like me.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
it was the berries.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
but just kind of perfectly,
So they were two separate things. And he did faint, I believe, once you got into the barracks, if I am not mistaken. Although that was 3 weeks ago, so I don't remember exactly. I think you were all inside before he actually fell unconscious. Continue, Brad. I'm sorry.
No, like I said, I love corrections. Actuallys, But let's see here. So no one in Mir really perceived us, the same way the Cerberus does. Matter of fact, the fact that we have been helping them or been helping Silgath means a lot. So they kind of are sheltering us. I think right after that message, we start to look into, or we notice the green orb floating. It has these tentacles. And then Silgath talks about a part of the wall that has some movement. He dispatches Eleanor, who is followed by Urzak, who goes with, to check it out. We kind of start going to the barracks where we check in on Warwick. And we also discover, I don't remember how we discover, but Dez and Lynn are also under attack, where they are. Morrowill is on her way back to the portal in the forest, I think. And
that's an assumption, but yes, we did talk about that.
It is okay. And then we've got we've got some magic coming from Vern, where he faints. Brackle, I remember, is doing a lot of the detective work with his true seeing spell.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
specifically it's divination magic that Vern is exuding as he is unconscious. The party searches his body and finds the remnants of his little dragon sculpture that he made to talk to the brass dragon. And they
Oh,
destroy
no.
that and put the pieces back into his pocket just so he still has them. But once that is destroyed, the divination drops and you can only sense enchantment magic. So Vern, you all assume that Vern is in some type of enchanted sleep,
Which we did try to dispel and did not work.
which you did try to dispel and it did not work. That is correct.
Mhm.
And I know Eric is staying in the barracks, but I think at that point, Teth, Brackle, do they move to catch up with Urzok?
Mhm.
Yes. Teth and
Yes.
Brackle left to catch up with Urzok. Eric and Warwick stay with Vern and Silgath in the barracks.
And then at the wall, there's some automatons that appear. They are drilling through a section of the wall. They get pwned a little bit for lack of.
They rolled pretty badly. Poor robots. Unfortunately, I was rolling for them, so they didn't stand a chance.
Yeah, there was these robots that were trying to drill into the wall. There was a medium-sized combat bot, and then at the end of the session, I believe big Hulkbuster robot showed up.
Mm-hmm. And that was the end of the session 2 weeks ago. And then last week,
split, so
yeah.
other
And
stuff
last
happened.
week, Eric and Warwick and Silgath defended the barracks. Eric cast transport via plants and got the weakest citizens of the city out, transported them back to the cemetery to safety. Silgath helped facilitate that. And Warwick took on a bunch of robots by himself inside of the barracks until Silgath and Eric came back to help him. And then this guy came in asking specifically for Vern with a big robot behind him.
And so the answer to the question, where is Vern, is he's with the citizens.
Yes,
Oh.
Vern is out in the forest by the cemetery. With Belle and Beth. And several other citizens of Mir.
Okay.
The the main conversation that I want to see tonight is if for some reason Vern wakes up or comes back to consciousness and Belle's taking care of him. I just want to see how awkward that conversation is.
So we're not going to start on this map. We're going to go to the southern wall, which is where we left off 2 weeks ago. Southeast wall. And I think this guy was dead, right? He's gone.
Yeah. Ooh.
Ooh. So what had happened at the very end of this session? Dez flew down. This is how we know that Dez and Flynn were also fighting off constructs, because Dez told the party, and it was relayed back to Silgath.
Somebody has the sending stone too, right?
Yes.
Yep.
He said that Teth had it. Yeah.
Was it Teth and Dez have the stones?
Yeah. So Dez got in contact. He came flying down, and then this big old boy came out. And that's where we left off. So I'm going to pause this combat for a second. from behind this guy, you can start seeing. It almost looks like a mist, but it's very dark. It's blacks, purples, browns. Starts rolling in underneath this robot's feet, and you are all kind of regrouping from battling these automatons. And from this black mist, it kind of shuffles in and congregates here in the center, kind of around here. And this boy appears.
Wasn't he the one that was outside the or the one that was inside that shack that we just saw, or is that a different character who just kind of looks the same?
It is the same character.
Okay. Black
It
Rider.
is the same character. So to piece everything together, this right now is happening about 15 minutes before the other map is happening.
Oh, okay.
So the time is a little bit off. So this guy appears, and he is going to look around at the party, and he is going to say, "Give me Vern Wellerby." And we can drop turn order for a second while we have this conversation.
No.
I love the single word answers, guys. It's great.
Really protecting Vern here. No.
Sir,
No,
do you
thank
need a
you.
lozenge?
Are you actually going to say that?
Sure.
I like that. Okay.
Sorry.
He'll say, after you say, "Do you need a lozenge?" he will say, what does he say to that? He's actually just going to ignore that. He's not even he will not dignify that with a response. He will walk closer. He'll get kind of close into your area. You notice that both he and the dog that he has on his leash don't really walk the same way that other humanoids walk. They kind of just float across the ground. So he starts kind of just shambling over to you, and he'll say, "Who is in charge?"
Urzak's gonna, as soon as he starts walking, he's gonna just cut him off.
It's kind of a collective, I would say.
Are you are getting? How close are you going to get to him, Urzak?
I'll get in his face.
I'll be right in his face.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
So
Are you within 10 feet? Or is that?
Yeah.
I think you are.
Mhm.
You're +5.
Is this a effect that is targeting only me?
Yes.
And I don't remember who has Bardic and who doesn't.
I have it.
Yeah, I think Urzak was the only one that ended up with it.
Okay. 22. And I'm happy with 22.
That
Actually, I'm sorry, it's 23.
Good call. Good call. That actually just beats it. It was a DC of 21. You feel a rush of cold over your body, Urzak, and it is less affecting on you because that is part of your anatomy. So it just kind of washes over you real quick, and passes through, unaffecting. And he's going to get into your face. He's completely ignoring you at this point, Brackle. He's going to not listen to you at all.
Sounds about right.
And he will repeat, "Give me Vern Wellerby. I need him."
Can I roar at him?
Yeah.
Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
For him and the dog, if they exist.
Dog does exist. Unlike Auric.
Oh, come on.
Listen, he's in a jar. He's coming back.
1 second.
I'm
It's
pretty sure
two.
Big Boy.
That is a 17 Constitution saving throw. Oh, for the dog too. The dog's gonna be worse. He rolled better. That's a 15 for the dog.
The homeboy is fine. The dog is incapacitated.
Okay. Yeah. So what does your roar look like? Like, how does Urzok manifest that?
He's given him the big tough guy stance, like broad shoulders in his face, and he just whatever he had to dodge there, and he's not taking kindly to it, so he kind of just snarls and just lets out a deafening roar in that direction.
Yeah, the dog, this ghost dog, just falls over sideways, just tips over. Hilarious. This guy will look down and he will kind of wave his hand across the dog, and it'll just poof out into smoke and reappear as a new dog standing upright again.
Cat people.
That was cool though. He'll say, "Pleasant. Now give me Vern Wellerby."
Why do you want Vern?
He will turn to Teth and keep his dog watching Urzok. And he will say, "He is a key for a door that my boss needs opened."
That's unfortunate.
Does everybody want to know who his boss is? I assume.
Yeah, that'd be cool. A buck game, that'd be cool.
He will kind of wisp over to you, Teth. He'll kind of phase out from in front of Urzok and over to you. And he'll say, he'll get right up close to your face. And it seems like he's grown, almost like he comes over to you and he's just the right height to see you at the same plane of vision. And he'll say, "I wager it's a door that you all would want open too.
Well,
But you have to give me Vern to get inside."
why wouldn't we just take Vern and go inside ourselves? Why do we
I
need
go
you?
in first. You can have the scraps when we're done.
Or you can just be out of the picture, and then we can take what we want. How about that, Shadow Man?
Is Vern Wellerby within these walls?
Teth just stares. Doesn't speak.
He'll turn to the rest of the party. Is Vern Wellerby within these walls?
All right, gang, I've got this. All right, let's start over. So it sounds like we want the same thing. Who's your boss?
He'll just laugh at you.
Well, you're not going to get any information from us if you don't give us some information as well.
Very well. He will phase back over to this robot and kind of touch its arm, and they will both disappear.
Nice.
Okay. Well, he obviously doesn't know where Vern is.
Oh,
Clearly, if only the phase of the spell.
Yeah. So you're out of turn order.
Where was Des?
This was by the house.
Okay, so he wasn't with Vern.
He was not with Vern. He was with Flynn by the house. He would. I guess he would have said this before, or we could play it out if you want. But it's simpler to just say it. He and Flynn took care of 4 constructs like this. None of the big ones, just
Okay.
4 of the smaller, the medium-sized ones by the house, which notably is within the outside wall. It's between the outside and inner wall. So that alarms Eleanor when she hears that.
is that where we're at right now? This is the inner wall
You
right here?
you are just outside of the outer wall. So
Okay.
this is the outer wall that they were trying to drill through.
I would hold up my finger to everybody for 1 second. I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire right where they were standing.
Yeah, is your true sync still up?
I don't know. Let me see how long it
I
lasts.
think it lasts an hour
Hour.
or 10 minutes.
Right.
If it lasts an hour, it would still be. I would still say it'd be up.
It lasts 1 hour. Okay. Yeah. So I'd be.
Yeah, they're gone.
Okay.
You cannot
right.
see anything. They have left the area for sure.
Okay. We're good at talk. I just wanted to make sure they weren't hanging around, being invisible.
Dez is going to come through. He's just going to center himself in between everybody. He's going to say, Flynn and I took out 4 of them, but they were inside the outer wall. I would imagine there have to be more somewhere in there.
I'll turn back to Eleanor and just say, well, Captain, it's your call. You know these walls better than any of us.
Eleanor, this is the first time, obviously you've not known her for very long, but she made a very stern first impression. It seems that her guard is down a bit. She seems a bit alarmed learning this information. And she says, I think we should go back.
Right.
I'll second that.
Okay. Yep.
Lead the way.
So we're going to say it just takes you like 10, running at a brisk pace, about 10 minutes to get through the wall, across the middle zone, and back around to the city. Which brings I can't just go to that map. I have to move you to that map. Which brings us back to this map. As you are re-entering the city from the southern entrance, you can see the same large construct that is that you just saw in the forest. And it is up here right at the southern door to the barracks.
I'm gonna cast Shatter. Just do it right away.
Okay.
Prior to that, I'm gonna do bonus action, Unsettling Word on it though.
Okay.
So Unsettling Word, which means on this Shatter, or no, wait, hold on. Wait a second. I don't think I'm doing that. It is made of metal. Okay, no, I'm not doing Unsettling Word. It has to make this at disadvantage. Con save.
That is a natural 20 for a 22.
You rolled 2 20s.
Oh, disadvantage. So the first one is a 22. Second one is a 16.
Okay, so that
So
fails.
16.
So it takes 68 Rolling. And I'll just write a little time. Roll. 32 force damage. Or I think it's force damage here. Thunder damage.
Yeah, wild. Everybody roll initiative, including Vern, please.
Heyo.
Do this.
Do we do natural 20s for initiative?
Yeah. What do you want a bonus on? The the first attack roll?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good with that. So Urzak is 1. 14.
Baja Eldritch Blast. Just saw that, Brad.
Where is that? Oh.
Hell yeah. Another natural 20.
Holy moly. Critting and shit.
Oh, dude, I am so good.
I am ready.
Eric, what? Huh?
Am I gonna move first and just be like, what? As I wake up? Is that my move?
You'll see. 21.
You wake up and Beth is taking off your clothes.
So Vern's rolling initiative.
Is
but
this
he's not
what
on
you
the
wanted,
map.
Vern?
Who has a higher dex score, Vern or Urzak?
I have a 12.
Is it rollies?
13.
Oh no. No rollies.
Urzak's too thick.
That's the
He's not,
boy.
he's not nimble enough.
That's hilarious, actually.
The most important thing, Trent, that you missed from 2 sessions ago is that there's a thing between Urzak and Eleanor.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
ooh.
100% is
Like-
not a thing between Urzak and
like
Eleanor.
by design or just okay?
Yes,
are we all?
there is.
Are we all as the kids say these days? Are we all shipping them?
That,
You guys
yeah,
heard that?
I would say they are being shipped.
That's a new one for me. I did not know that term.
You
Yeah,
have to
really-
have fans to have a fan fiction, so I don't know.
Yeah, relationship. You ship them.
I'm
You
not
let them
good
be
with
together.
the Gen Z stuff yet.
I'm surrounded
So
by them all
funny.
day. So.
Great. So Vern, you are at the top of the initiative order. You are obviously not here. I need you to make. I need you to make 2 rolls for me. One is a perception check. The second one is a charisma saving throw. And once you're done
Okay.
with both of those rolls, I need you to describe your childhood bedroom.
Ooh, okay. All right. Perception check is just a D20.
Wow. 2 in a row. 1 in 400
Hey.
chance.
Dang. Okay. Go ahead with the second roll too.
Okay. Now watch this. I get a +10 on the saving throw, but watch it like not actually matter.
Oh, here comes the
One is next. Oh, still not bad. Still
Yeah.
not bad. Describe for me, Vern, what your childhood bedroom looked like.
Well, I see it being very pristine and tidy and lots of like ornate decorations and things. But if you open up the closet, I have a little workstation and it's cluttered with different little doodles and drawings tacked onto the wall. and things that I was trying to sort of like screw together and attach. And I would argue that under my bed, I have a box full of random junk and trinkets that I would pick up from alleyways and things because I liked them in comparison to all the clean, tidy, shiny gold stuff that I was surrounded in. And how long? Okay, how long has the tithes been a thing? Since I was a kid.
Oh yeah, hundreds of years.
Okay. I also have a poster on my wall of whatever the tithes were during my childhood. Since I did act like these guys when I met them, I was like, oh, the tithes. You know, I somehow knew what that was. So we'll assume that I was a fan of the earlier tithes. Are they not heroes? Just sacrifices? I kind of consider them like celebrities.
I think especially for the rich, they 100% would be considered heroes.
Okay. Then yeah, a tapestry of sorts.
How old is Vern?
In this memory, 10. 8.
Oh, how old is he now?
How old are you now?
Oh, I'm older now. I'm... What did I say? I said like I was like...
In your early 30s, right?
Yeah, I was kind of like a little
30s?
younger than what I am, is sort of what I was picturing.
So if you were 8...
Mm-hmm.
It was Kavanaugh, or was it Tanton Quarantino?
Are you guys looking at some timeline right now?
Quarantino?
25 years ago, which would put you at 5. The most recent... well, you could still be 8, but the most recent champion would be Hargrave, which you have met. She is the general of the Great Basin Desert region. So she would work kind of in tandem with Urzak, not necessarily together, but they would have good knowledge of each other. And you would know that she is a human woman. But she also has the ability to shapeshift. I think as a fan of the tithes, you would know that for sure.
Okay.
So you have a poster of Hargrave on your wall. That's funny.
Yeah. And we'll say I have a little toy. Oh wait, no. I was gonna say I have a toy train set, but I haven't invented trains yet, so never mind. That wouldn't exist in its toy form.
Maybe you made some primitive version of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's been my dream since I was 8 years old to make a railway across the continent. Okay, cool. With a 21 perception, Vern, you are sitting in your bedroom as an adult. With a 21 perception and a 20 charisma saving throw, you know that this is not real. Oh, okay. Either way, they fall in the same bracket. You know that this is not real, but you also it feels like you are there. You're sitting on your bed. Your covers are tangible. You can feel how soft they used to be. If you check under your bed, just where, as if you left your bedroom to go to school and you're coming back as an 8-year-old, and your tools and trinkets are exactly as you left them. Everything is there. Your poster is there with the weird crinkle it got in it on your way back from the tithes, and it fell as you were getting into your carriage, and you had to scramble to pick it up. All of these little details are immaculately displayed before you now. What would you like to do for your turn in combat? You don't have to follow turn order. You don't have to take an action, bonus action, whatever. Just one thing that you would like to try and do in your bedroom right now.
Oof, let's see. Well, I feel like if I was actually there, so only my bedroom, I'd probably, I mean, as heartwarming as my bedroom is and all that, maybe my parents died when I was how old? Older than that, right? It was like
A little bit older, like 10, 11. So
Yeah.
you're 2 or 3 years before that happened.
I feel like I would know that it's a dream, and I would walk over to the door that goes into my room and open it to see if like the rest of my house is there. Like if I could call my parents or try to. I probably can't call them. The house is too big. But if I could try to find my parents, or if it's like just if I open it up and it's a white void, like I won't be shocked because I already can kind of tell this is a dream. But
Trying the door, it is locked from the
Okay.
outside. How do you feel about that? How would 8-year-old Vern feel about that?
8-year-old Vern would go and get his chest of trinkets and find a tiny little screwdriver and needle and whatever else you would use to lockpick. And I would try to go over and fiddle with the door. I know it's locked from the
Okay.
outside, so I don't know if I can really do anything. But I would try to like remove the door handle, maybe.
Okay. Roll you're
Little Vern. So no, well I'm adult Vern in Little Vern's room.
adult
so.
Vern right now, yeah. So if you try and go and open the door with your tools, you have proficiency with Tinker's tools, which I would allow you to use in this instance because you are familiar with them. Go ahead and make a check to try and open your door. So this is a D20 plus your proficiency bonus.
Okay. Oops, it shouldn't be plus 10. It should be plus 5. My bad. So 11.
Yeah, you can't seem to figure out how to open the door, even though you're very familiar with these tools and the gadgets that you have under your bed. Clearly, something in the dream is keeping you in your room for some reason, and it just doesn't work.
Okay, I accept
Now,
that.
we're going to
good.
move on to
Yep.
Urzak. We'll come back to you, Vern. Don't worry.
Okay.
Urzak, Brackle just cast Shatter on this giant robot, and it is about to turn back on you. What are you doing?
How effective was the shatter? Or how did the construct react?
It didn't seem like it affected it much. You can see on this one a little bit differently. These ones are a little bit differently crafted than the smaller ones. Their plating seems to be a bit thicker. And the smaller ones have little kind of eyepieces up on their heads, and this one has a larger, seemingly what you would assume to be a power source on their chest. That is very well protected under sheets of metal and glass, if not stronger substances. You do not know that for sure. As far as the shatter on the armor, it seems to have cracked the very outer layer, but it doesn't show any chips or any major damage.
Okay. Urzak's going to reach into his pouch and toss a piece of licorice root in his mouth. And I'm going to
There
cast
we go,
haste.
haste.
How long does Bardic Inspiration last?
10 minutes.
Okay.
I would say if you used it right now, you could use it, but
No, it's fine. Haste, and then I'm going to sprint right for the guy because I'm assuming Vern is still in there.
oh yeah, you guys don't know.
And I'm going to take my. Ooh, do I get. Definitely doing the haste attack. I don't know if my. No, it's only cantrips. Okay. Yeah, and then with my haste action, I'm going to swing the sword.
Nice. Go for it.
At advantage.
Nice.
It is a 21.
That hits.
for 9 force damage.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
All right. He is going to take a reaction, actually. And he is going to, as you come down with your sword and strike him, he is going to move around with his other hand. You're kind of like coming at him from the right. He's going to swing around with his left arm. And as he's doing that, his hand is going into his arm and being replaced by the cannons that you saw at the end of last session. And he is going to attempt to strike you with a cannon shot. And that is going to be a... Too many tabs open right now. A 22 to hit, which I believe misses you.
What is miss?
As you see him swing around, Urzak, it almost looks like the afterburner of a jet. It just just shoots out really quickly, like a little mini fireball out of his hand. So you know that he can do that now.
Sweet.
All right, Silgath is inside, and he's going to hear all of you come up. Obviously, he hears the shatter, hears this great boom. He has just tackled a robot inside and been thrown off of it. So he's getting up off of getting up onto his knees. And he is going to, in full primal rage mode, just sprint at this guy right here. He's going to run up to him and attack him with his claws. And that is going to be +2. It's an 18, which does not hit. He will try one more time with his other hand. That's the same roll. It's an 18 that does not hit. Silgath misses twice. And does he have a bonus action that he wants to use? No, he does not. Michael Baff.
What type of armor is Mr. Smokey wearing?
You can't see him from where you are, but just based on the conversation before, it looks like several layers of leathers with actual chains going over top. So it's not chain mail, it's like chains wrapped around his torso. And then he has like another layer of leathers over top of that.
Okay. I will. Silgath is right there. There. If I if I go right there, can I see this guy?
You would. Yes, the doors swing in,
Mhm.
so the doors would be in and open. You would be able to see like half of his body. I would give him half cover from where you would be at that point.
Okay. I'm gonna cast poison spray on him, which is a 18 con roll.
Okay. That is going to be an 18. That meets it.
Well, dang. That's it for now for me.
Okay. Silgath just missed with his claws. Brackle just shot poison over his shoulder. So he is going to He's going to take 2 attacks. So Brackle and Urzak, you would be able to see this to a point. Eric, you would also be able to see this from the other side of this room. He is going to, just from his hand, a giant scythe is going to materialize in his hand. He is going to take the first hit at Silgath. That's going to be a 19, which that hits Silgath just barely. He should have my dice all like set up.
Hey, you got the fancy tray now.
Ooh, I know. I have them all right here, but I have all my other dice just all over the place like I normally do, which doesn't help me at all. That's a 6, and an 8. That is 20 slashing damage on Silgath, along with... I can get all of these together. $30 necrotic damage. Turn around and try and do the same thing to you, Brackle.
Okay. Is it an attack roll?
It is an attack roll, yes.
It's with disadvantage then.
Okay. First one was a 27. Second one is a 19, which is
Jeez.
28. So 27.
Yep.
All right, he's going to reach around the door. And he's going to hit you for 16 slashing damage. And 29 necrotic damage.
That's a big hit.
That was a big hit.
And that is his turn. Eleanor is going to do the same thing as you, Urzak. She's going to run right up to this guy and attempt to strike him. As she runs up, you see her touch the brunt of her axe, and it is wreathed in black and purple flames. And she's going to go start swiping at him. She's going to take 2 attacks. The first one is a 19, which hits. And the second one is... oh, that's not good. That is an 11, which misses. First one... decent hit. 13 slashing damage, and... nice. 9 necrotic damage. We'll hit from Eleanor. Eric.
Did you take my new initiative roll or just use last week's?
We used yours from last week's because they're joining the combat that you guys already had.
Okay. That is in my favor, so yes, cool. Actually, one thing I wanted to retcon real quick. Do you remember when I was like looking at that like orb and like trying to see if I knew what spell it could be? I
Mhm.
thought of one thing that Eric would also consider, and that would be how many spells are cast at like great range that would be in a great range like miles or whatever, long range spells. Could I do a check for that?
So I think that you made a pretty good Arcana check last time that I'll honor because you would have realized this back then. Examining the orb in the sky, your best guess would be something like clairvoyance or divination or arcane eye, something like that. To your knowledge, this is not a spell that you are familiar with at all. It seems to be outside of your scope of what arcane ability can do. Um, as a druid, you would not be privy to extremely high levels of magic like this. So you would have a good guess of what it may be rooted in, but you have no idea whatsoever what it is exactly.
Okay. Okay, thanks. Okay. As for this round of combat here, just so coming back.
Mhm.
I saw. Did I perceive Brackle? Well, I saw Brackle like throwing poison at the rider, but then the rider
You
attacking.
would hear the shatter. You would see some attacks on this guy, and you would see poison being shot from out of the doorway.
Mhm.
I don't know that you would know who it is exactly. You might be able to assume, but you would not be able to see anybody other than Silgath, this guy, and the big construct, and Warwick, of course.
Okay. So I think that maybe in this turn, before I perceive the rest of the party having come back to join us, all I know is it could just be citizen people. But anyway, I think I'm gonna grab another javelin off the rack, and I think that should be how it says ×2. I think that should be the last one off the rack.
That is correct.
So moving up, total of 40 feet because of my beast spirit, 10 extra feet of movement.
I forgot that you had Beast Spirit on there. Cool.
I'm gonna throw my javelin at the Black Rider character.
Okay. Yeah, roll to attack whenever you're ready.
Never throw into the tray. It always takes me. So
Oh, yeah.
actually, I rolled another 1,
Oh,
even though I didn't really use my initiative. So that's a +4, or so that's a 4 total to hit.
yeah, I'm
Hit.
with a 1, I'm going to say that you hit Silgath again.
Oh,
No.
Yeah, stop using these javelins, dude.
that's right.
Warwick.
You did it
Warwick,
last week, too.
Use
I
your
was
reaction,
trying.
Warwick.
I was
For the love
trying
of God.
reason this being a healing round.
Warwick will use his
Damn.
reaction again to attempt the guardian
Dude,
thing.
I was totally gonna change because it was not working last week either. But Warwick's like undamaged, so I'm not healing him. Oh, I could heal Silgath. Shit, I already
You could
thrown
heal
the javelin.
Silgath. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, so he reduces that by
Still got
2d6.
that hit.
So roll for damage
Right, okay.
and reduce it by, oh, that was a good roll. Reduce it by 8, whatever you get.
Cool,
It's just
okay.
a d6, right? So
It's a d6 minus 2.
yeah, okay.
Oh, I'm
We'll
sorry,
call it 0.
wait. I have advantage. I forgot because my beast. So okay, so it's
Well, it can't be anyway.
a 10.
It can't be anything above 8, right? Because it's a d6
No, I'm
minus
sorry. This
because
is
of your
to
strength.
hit. Remember, my beast spirit gives me advantage for strength-based attack rolls.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Reroll for your attack.
So I did, and I got a 10. Now 7 plus 3. Does it at least?
Yeah, that still misses, but we'll say it goes into the wall. So Warwick keeps his reaction.
Not again.
Anything else, Eric?
Yeah, I think so. I believe I have a bonus action healing spell. So give me a second here. Healing word. Yeah, I'll use a healing word on Silgath.
Okay.
Roll that. And this obviously drops my concentration. So that is a 9 points of healing.
Nice. Gath appreciates it much more than a javelin in his back. All right, Teth.
Quick logistics question, even though I read the item. Just want to clarify. So the feature on the Orb of the Presidium with the Thunder Smite, that is when you actually cast Thunder Smite, so it still use bonus action, correct?
Correct.
Okay. That's what I needed.
You just use the orb as your casting focus for that spell specifically.
Okay. Yeah, I was running through a few options, and then that was like, oh, it depends on this, that, and the other. So, Teth is going to move 5, 10, 15 of regular movement. Where's my spell set? Dun, 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 dun. He is going to. Teth is going to clap his hands in front of him and then make a quick red tear in the air and is going to double check. Misty Step right next to Shadow Man.
Okay.
And is going to do the old mace to the face.
Nice. Teth, as you enter the door, you as a player already know this, but this is the first time Teth has witnessed Silgath's altered form. He looks noticeably bonier, noticeably bigger. His teeth are sharp and elongated, as are his claws, and his claws are gleaming bright red. His eyes are also glowing a reddish white hue.
It's pronounced.
Go for that mace attack.
Say, Teth will take note of that and just be like, oh, okay, maybe not now. He looks like an angry Silgath. All right. Sorry. Dang. 28 to hit.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. Yeah.
I saw Brackle get hit by him, correct?
Yes. You would have seen a big old scythe blade pop out of the doorway and hit Brackle square in the shoulder.
Pretty heavy hit.
He got pretty fucked up.
Big
yeah.
big heavy hit, yeah.
We'll do a actually let me look at a metagame and initiative order. Da, 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 da. Just a regular hit. I almost rolled 1d20 for damage. That's not what I'm doing. You know, I don't know why, but for some reason with this character, I can never remember the bonks.
Isn't it weird sometimes how your most basic things are the things that you forget? I do
Yeah,
that all
like
the time, even with the characters that I know the most.
Yeah. Do you want me to separate Radiant?
I do need you to separate Radiant, yes.
Okay. So the first one was bludgeoning, I believe. Bludgeoning is, yeah. So it's bludgeoning is the first one, and the second damage type is radiant.
Okay.
And then the plus 4 is, I would assume, bludgeoning. So 8 bludgeoning and then 6 radiant.
It'll be 8 bludgeoning and 3 radiant.
Nice. Good to know. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do a bomb.
Okay.
25 to hit.
That hits.
Good. 5 bludgeoning and another 6 radiant, down to 3.
Okay. Nice. He's going to take a reaction, Teth, and glide 10 feet back. Does not provoke an attack of opportunity. And he is going to cast a spell on you, or attempt to cast the spell on you. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, Teth.
Carlos, you dick.
Very, very important question. Does he cast it when he's leaving my space or when he's back 10 feet back?
That's a good question. I would say that if I'm being completely honest, I would say it's probably in the middle, somewhere around here. So probably still within that aura.
Well,
So maybe 10 feet away from you.
Well, so the aura is static, but if he would have casted it within 5 feet of me, I would have had advantage because I have Mage Slayer.
Yeah, I would say probably 10 feet back. He's 15 feet away
Okay.
now.
Nice.
Not when he stopped, but as he was moving back, he would cast it.
Yeah, which makes sense. You start to move back, you're like throwing it out and then getting back.
Yeah.
Just 5. Okay, so no advantage. Sorry, what was the save again?
Wisdom, please.
Wisdom. Oh, I only have a plus 12. I can still roll like shit, though. I'll tell you that.
It's true.
Dirty 20.
Oh, wow. So
Just
close.
barely
The
missed.
DC was 18, so you just passed it.
Oh, whew.
All right. You're good. You're good. Anything else, Teth?
Gonna completely ignore the robot, the bigger robot Teth to the right, and just stare at the Shadow Man.
Okay.
That is all. Actually,
Uh,
I lied. I fucking lied. Fuck
okay.
that. He moved back 10 feet, and I saw 15 feet of movement, so I'm gonna move forward 10 feet and approach him and just stare him down, just walk towards him intimidatingly.
Okay.
That's all.
Great. This
want him.
construct, all of you are going to. Oh, Donovan's not here. All of you are going to see a latch on the bottom of this construct open up, and oil is going to drop out from underneath him. And going around corners into, gosh, if I could get this. Oh my God. Can't select my own shape. This radius is now difficult terrain, and I need Teth, Brackle, Urzok, and I will roll for Eleanor a dexterity saving throw and a constitution saving throw from each of you, please.
Brackle and Urzok, you have a +5 to both of those.
Ooh, Eleanor rolled really well and really poorly.
Sorry, I was pooping. What was going on?
Dex and con saving throws from you, please.
For what?
Hot grease just leaked out of this gentleman's bowels.
Yeah, it's funny. I was actually
Gross.
talking about the construct, but Billy was also pooping.
Dex and
+5 for Brackle and Urzok.
It's going to be a DC 16 for the Dex, a DC 19 for Constitution.
Wow, we all rolled pretty good.
Eleanor succeeded
Ooh.
with a 17 dex. She failed miserably with an 11 constitution.
I think I'm good. Is it 19 on the con?
19 on the con, 16 on the dex, please.
I'm gonna use my bar. No, I don't have part of consideration anymore. Well, it's still the first round. Does it still count?
Yeah, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you.
Nice.
Need a 2. It's a 3.
Hey.
Barely made the con. Nice.
Nice. All right, so everybody succeeded on everything except for Brackle and Eleanor on the con save. So you're all still standing. So that's good. Brackle, you will take 6 points of fire damage, and Eleanor will as well. We're up to Warwick. Warwick is going to... Do I use this item? I know. Do I use this item right away, Billy? Am I gonna try and use this thing immediately? I have to look and see what it does actually.
Depends on which item I'm opening on.
What does Watery Sphere do? So I feel like if he saw flames kick up, he would try and put them out.
Yeah, I get that. I feel like that's a very Warwick thing to do.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, not even in combat included, like with the fire, but just like to keep damage to the barracks, right? It's like, no, get out of here. Don't burn my building down.
It's only a 5-foot radius, so it's only one space. I think he would...
5-foot radius, so 10 foot. I think it's a little ball.
Oh yeah, 10 foot, but
wouldn't quite be like half the size of that, right?
yeah, I'm not going to use that yet. He's still raging, so he's gonna run right up, assuming that he can handle this grease. So he's gonna run right up to the construct. He's gonna make a dex save, 16 dex. That's a 5. Uh-oh. This is... Ooh, he rolled an 8 on dex, so he slips.
You get the +5.
What is that? A 13? Still, he's still prone. So Warwick falls prone. Does he make the con? He sure does. He rolled an 18, and he has a +9 for con. So he's not getting burned, but he is prone. So he's going to use half of his movement. He's going to use the rest of his movement to stand up. And he's going to make 2 attacks with his greatsword on this guy. First attack is a 14, which misses. Second attack is a 17, which misses. Gosh. I'm never using digital dice ever again. Only live dice.
Barlos, you just gotta always go reckless, my dude. Just like,
I know.
Ah!
See, this is my problem now, is I've now put myself in a position where I'm playing 2 enemies and 3 NPCs. So they're just not going to have all the bells and whistles, unfortunately. But yeah, next time I will go reckless. As a bonus action, can't use Charger because he got up from... he didn't crit. He's already raging. All right. Vern, my friend. You're in your room. You've tried to open your door. It is not opening. Something else that you would like to investigate, see, manipulate. What are you looking for in your room?
I'll while I'm here in this memory, I'll go to my closet and try to open that door to look back at my old drawings and design ideas and see if there's any, clever little idea I had back in the day that I'm like, oh yeah, now that I have the Now that I'm an adult and I have the resources, maybe I could do that thing.
Yeah, your closet door opens just like it normally did back then.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see several notebooks, leather-bound notebooks, stray pieces of paper that you have scattered about the floor of your closet. This is the one thing now that seems out of place for you. Looking back into your memory as an adult, you expect, primitive drawings of, small animatronic things,
Mhm.
things like locks, vaults, things like that you would be interested in creating back then. Instead, you are looking at page after page after page of hearts with arrows through them. Drawn in different styles. Some of them are geometric, some of them are abstract, some of them are as anatomically correct as an 8-year-old can draw. Every page has at least one heart with one arrow running through it.
Okay. Are there any names written on the hearts?
Nope.
Do I have any arrows near me?
You do not.
Okay. So much for stabbing myself in the heart to wake up. Okay. Interesting. I don't want my turn to end yet, so I'm gonna try to think of what else I can do with these drawings with hearts on them. But I already knew I was in a dream, right? So it's not just a realization like, oh, I'm dreaming, because I already knew that.
You knew the moment that you woke up, sitting on your
Okay.
bed, that you were in a dream and it was not real.
I want to step inside the closet, and I want to close the door on myself in the closet and see what happens.
What is your favorite room in your house as an 8-year-old?
Oh, let's see. Okay. Oh, good. Buy me some time to think of a room that I enjoy.
Hi.
As an 8-year-old.
Are you getting your milk? Want to say hi to everybody?
Hi.
Hi, Archer.
Oh,
He loves the dice.
his dice
Give me-
tower is his new favorite toy.
Give me them dice.
He only tries to eat them every once in a while, which is much less than I thought he would try to eat them.
Come on, buddy.
Hey, have a good night, okay? I love you.
I
That's
know.
what I thought too, buddy. You sleepy boy. All right,
Here you go.
grab your milk.
Let's go to
Go into your room.
Is your Alexa in here?
Go to your room.
Alexa, turn on Upper Garland. Come on. You can see in the hallway. Let's go, my darling. Good night, Papa.
Does Upper
Hi,
Garland
baby.
Love you.
imply the existence of Lower Garland?
Mm-hmm.
We had garland on our railing, and we didn't know what else to name the garland that was above our laundry room, so we called it Upper Garland. And now that's the only garland left. Yeah, it is the garland, but it's still above everybody else. So very regal
Alexa,
garland.
turn on Christmas tree.
We still have at least one Christmas tree open. Or open? Jesus Christ. Vern, go ahead. I don't know what I'm saying.
Well, I don't think that my parents were tinkerers or anything like that, so I wouldn't think that that would be a room that interested me. But if I was young and probably just getting started with like tools and things like that, maybe like if there's a room of the house, my family, all of the like the heirlooms that have been passed down through the Wellerbys that all have like dragons everywhere that are just like cool and impressive. Maybe like old swords and scepters and things, and just as a kid I can't touch them or play with them, but they're like cool to look at. So I want to go to that
a
room.
study maybe with
Yeah,
a bunch
like
of
a
that stuff
father's
like
study
all
that
over
would
the
have all
wall.
that stuff mounted.
Lovely. So you close your closet door, and as you close it, it's like you are closing the door to your father's study. And as you look around, you are now in the study, and you can see the old horns of House Wellerby that your father and your ancestors have used through the years, and you can see the figurines of great brass dragons that your family has worshipped and drawn their power
Bronze.
from. Bronze dragons. They're so similar to me. As you're looking around, you're seeing all of this nostalgic memorabilia, and from behind you, you hear a voice that says, "Hello, Vern. Urzak, that's going to be your turn."
Okay.
Interesting.
For my first attack, I'm going to attempt to shove the robot.
Okay.
So athletics or acrobatics from him.
Okay.
That's good. That's decent. Mine was a
It-
21.
He rolled a natural 1 for a 6 athletics.
Heyo. Yeah, I'm gonna, as he's turned, or pooping or whatever he's doing, I'm gonna
Yeah.
put my leg behind his and shove into him with my body weight and knock him prone.
Nice. Yeah. So he has fallen prone. I need all of you. That's going to be Brackle, Urzak, Eleanor, and Warwick to. What do I want this to be? Dexterity saving throw. It says con on his stat block, but I don't agree with that. The DC is 17 for this, by the way. I feel like I've been very bad about this. Something that I want to try and do more is give DCs up front. I don't want to feel like I'm hiding or changing things, so I want to try my best to remember to do it. It's not like
I hate
I
DCs up front, personally.
do you really?
I love it.
Yeah.
I guess yeah. How do you guys feel about that? Because sometimes I like it because it adds tension. Sometimes I like not knowing.
I
I think
like
we
the
talked
think
about
it
it. Like some
depends.
people like it.
Everybody just answered at the same time. I didn't get what any of you said.
I think it depends on the moment.
Okay.
It could add tension, but for facilitating faster combat, I think it's very, very useful.
Okay. This is a 17. I like it almost always. Perfect. Cool. Eleanor succeeded with an 18. Warwick failed with a 16. Warwick's not doing well. But that's okay.
Warwick has to
Warwick
plus
is
5.
just he's going to take 3 bludgeoning damage. All right, Urzak. Movement,
And
bonus actions.
and then I'm going to take 3 attacks on him.
Hell yeah. Do it to it.
All at advantage because he's prone.
Mm-hmm.
First one is a 30 to hit. Second one's a 27
yeah,
to
that
hit.
hits.
And the last one is a 26 to hit.
Yeah. His armor class is 19, so anything above that is good.
Let's see, 13, 17. It is 29 points of force damage.
Nice. Is that all 3?
And that is all
Or
3
is that
together.
just 1? Okay.
Oh god, I wish. No, I don't hit like Crowbar Man.
Urzak, as you bring your sword down the 3rd time, you can You have broken the seal for the first time. You can see into his chest cavity. You've beaten it back, chipped enough away of that armor that you're starting to make a dent. You can see.
And probably a no, but with 60 feet of speed, am I able to like could I just like grab Brackle by the collar and like yank him backwards?
I'll let you. Yeah, I'll let you pull him 30 feet.
I just want to pull him 5 feet. I just want to like yank him out of the goo.
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Whee!
Yeah, just gotta grab his shirt collar and just shove him backwards a little bit. And then I will I will this is a wall right here, right? But like underneath Teth.
Yes.
Hmm. I will stay right here. That's my turn.
Yeah, the doorway is right there.
Cool. That's it for me.
Cool. Silgath is on a mission to get this guy. Teth, you're going to see Silgath run up alongside of you. If I can stop drawing yellow lines on the map, that'd be great. Come up right next to this guy. And Teth, you're going to see Silgath's eyes glow even brighter. And he is going to he, as a bonus action, is going to cast Ensnaring Strike.
Who is this? Who's
Yeah.
doing this?
Silgath.
Oh, okay.
And that is going to be at 4th level. So you're going to see Teth, like thick red vines, like almost looks like webbing, or a better way to describe it would be like blood vessels or like veins, wrapping themselves around his hands and up around his arms or up around his fingers and onto his claws. And he is going to attack with his claws into this guy one more time. He's going to make 2 attacks, but the first one is with his ensnaring strike, and that is a 19. That's going to. He rolled a 19. Oh, his modifier's plus 10. Didn't matter anyway. That's a 29 to hit this guy. So he's going to end up doing. What is the 4th level? 46 extra damage.
I can't tell if Brad's putting the cat in the camera or if the cat is just sniffing the camera.
It looks like he's sniffing.
Oh, kid.
That's going to be 20 extra damage for the ensnaring strike, and for base damage, he hit for 7 damage. 27 total. And his second attack is going to be just a 25 or 6 slashing damage. And the target is going to make a Dex saving throw. And he's going to succeed. The DC was 15. He rolled a 14. I'm sure his modifier goes above that. Yes, that's a 19. All right, Brecklebath.
All right. I'm going to run. 5, 10, 20, 25, 30. Run over to the window. How big's this window?
Like 3 by 3.
Sweet. I'm breaking it.
Yeah, make a roll to attack. How are you breaking it?
Oh. Good question. With my rapier, I suppose.
Okay, yeah, roll to attack.
24 to hit the window.
It's a stationary window, so go ahead and roll damage.
8 plus 3, 11 damage.
Yeah. You easily break through the window. There's still some shards kind of on the outsides, like on the in the sill.
Right.
But yeah, most of it you can break through easily.
I'll just pop my head and say, "You trying to run away, Smokey?" And
Takes 20 vicious mockery damage.
Yeah, I mean that's my turn. Getting there, so I have a finish point inside.
Perfect.
Yeah,
It
'cause I have
is
30 speed.
the
Yep,
the Black Rider's turn.
that was super
How-
clutch, Urzak, by the way.
What?
Yeah,
That was super
good.
clutch that you pulled me out.
Hell yeah. I knew you were going to do that.
Brackle, how long are you keeping your head inside the windowsill?
So my goal was to break the window so that I have either I can get in or just so I have line of sight of what's going on inside. So I'm at the window just watching in until I
Okay.
can move in,
All
hopefully
right.
next turn.
Okay, so this guy's action, he is going to. What is he going to do? So many places to chat. Oh, hilarious. From his cloak, from his, pockets within his cloaks, he's going to take out a tiny bead. And he is, as an action, going to drop it down onto the floor. He is going to cast darkness. And that is going to be another circle
Is he
that I'm
casting
going to
that,
struggle.
or is he using an item?
He is using an item to cast it.
Okay. Okay.
That is 15-foot radius.
Can I see through darkness?
That wouldn't trigger Mage Slayer, would it? Because it says cast a spell, but if he's using an item to cast a spell, he's using an item, right?
He is using an item. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, some items are different. It'll specify that they use
so
it to cast a spell.
I'm going to say that even Urzak, you are in darkness. So this is going to permeate the walls, and it's just a dome of darkness that he is dropping. And he is going to disappear. And that
I
is...
can see through magical darkness.
Oh, nice. Very cool. You still have true sight on too.
That's what I can see it through.
Oh yeah. So you watch him disapparate. So you would be able to see him vanish. He's not walking around. He's not invisible. He's
Was I
just
seeing him
gone.
casting that spell?
You would see him drop the bead,
Mhm.
and then his body just dematerializes.
Okay.
And
He was
that's his
casting
turn.
a spell had counterspell.
He was not casting a spell. He was using a magical effect, but it's not a proper spell. All right, Eleanor is just going to stay right where she is and hack at this guy twice. At advantage. First attack is going to be a dirty 20. And second attack is going to be a dirty 20. Nice. 15 both times. One of the rolls was a 3, though. So that was a good advantage roll. That first one is going to hit for 9 slashing and 3 necrotic. And the second one is going to roll for 6 slashing and 6 necrotic. Nice. Zach, as Eleanor kind of follows your lead and starts chopping down in the same spot that you were hitting, there is a big, deep gash in the chest cavity at this point. It is really opening up and kind of bending backwards where you both are hitting it. Eric.
Okay. Well, does dark vision see through that darkness?
It does not. So you see half of Warwick and then just blackness from floor to ceiling.
So even the construct is concealed.
Well, I guess you can. Warwick is a big guy, and he's prone. Construct is prone. So you could see him back there. But yes, part of his body is concealed in darkness, yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna do some damage at the big robot with a sacred flame cantrip.
Okay.
So he's gonna use some words and just sort of cast his range spell.
Okay.
So I'm gonna need a dex save. DC 18.
Fair. That's going to be a fail. That's a 9.
Awesome. Okay. Let's see here. 3d8. That is 14 radiant damage.
All right. He's going to take. Oh, radiant. Yeah, 14 damage. Nice.
Yeah, sacred flame.
Good hit.
So yeah, everyone
I don't
just
know why
sees
I
this.
had in my head fire, but
Well,
yeah, cool.
yeah, everyone sees flame-like radiance descending on him.
Nice. Anything else?
No, I don't. Maybe movement to the window with Brackle.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Cool. Teth, you are in darkness.
Cool. Teth isn't like that. Teth will cast daylight at third level. Right in front of him. Where he thinks that the fucker's at.
Perfect.
So, there's no longer darkness. And there's no longer a person. Correct?
Yeah, it 6 seconds, 9 seconds goes by. Darkness. No darkness. And he's gone.
And it's also, oh fuck, I forgot I was going to ask you. I was going to ask, it's too late now, and now you get to decide if it's a thing or not. Are Dampier affected by daylight in any way?
No.
Okay, cool.
No.
I was contemplating that. I was like, I don't want to just like disrespect Sylviath like right in front of him.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Ah!
This is why we don't like
60
outsiders.
points of radiant damage.
Yeah, exactly.
After all we've
Nice.
done for you.
Isn't that how this room
Uh,
is lit, by the way? Is daylight?
Yeah,
Dude, no.
they're
It's like a high ceiling. And...
they are not affected. There are some vampires in this world that are affected by daylight, but these Dhampir are not.
Yeah, daylight is like it's not just like the light of day. It's like super bright light that just
Right.
disperses
It's like
darkness.
hyper
Yeah,
focused. Yeah.
yeah.
It eliminates magical darkness. It's
Yeah.
really powerful.
Like the surface of the sun brightness.
Which we need to go over at some point if there's any differences between like our day cycle here on Earth and this Azura. I was always curious about the astronomy and stuff, but
We can go through that.
okay.
We can go,
Uh,
not
end
right
of
now
session.
in the middle of this combat.
I need to know in the next 10 minutes.
I'm really interested. It will inform my next turn. Death, what else
So-
are you doing?
Seeing Homeboy's gone, Teth is going to overall the chaos. Probably looking over, seeing Silgath right there and the group behind him, but sees Brackle poking his head through the window, right?
Yeah.
So he's like, okay, there's somebody over there. Clearly, this guy is either fled or is going to reoperate. And he'll just say, Shadow Man's gone. Gonna see if I can find him. And then he'll just, oh God, I don't know if Teth will fit through a window.
Teth, I don't know. You could probably, with enough force, you could jump and just like throw your body through it.
Can I just
But
run
you
through the
would-
window? If I have enough run and a bonus action.
Make a roll to attack. I'll let that happen.
Okay. Just seeing Warwick and just like, sorry, Warwick. Joke's on me when I roll a 1 and I get fucking stuck. Yeah, 15, not
15's
great.
not that bad. 15's not that bad.
Okay.
I would say that with a 15, like you'd have to have razor sharp accuracy. Like it would have to be just spot on to get your big body through that tiny window
Mhm.
and break it and make sure that you got all the way through. I would say a 15 is not quite high enough,
Mhm.
but it is high enough to break the window without damaging yourself, and you are not stuck. So you run over to the window and you break it, and you are at least over there trying to figure out how you can get out.
Okay. But I can at
So
least
I'd put
see
you
out
like
that way.
right here. You can see out, yeah.
Cool. That's what I wanted.
All right, the construct is going to use half of its movement to stand back up, and it is going to attack Urzok and Eleanor. It's going to make its first attack at Urzok. And that is going to miss. That's a 16. And it's going to make another attack at Eleanor, one with each cannon arm. And that is also going to miss with a 12. So it's just like getting up, kind of slipping around. It fires 2 shots off, just kind of out into the air. It's very loud in your ears, but it does not hit you. And Warwick is going to take advantage of this and swipe at him recklessly at advantage because he is now focusing on both of you. He's going to make 2 attacks, both of which will hit. That is a 20 and a 23. And he's going to roll for damage. First attack is going to be +5. Nice. First attack is going to be 16 slashing damage. He's going to bring his sword, slash it up, He's going to bring it back down with the blunt other side of it for not as good. 11 bludgeoning damage. All right, Vern. You are in your father's study. You have established where you are, and from behind you, you hear, "Hello, Vern."
I turn to see who it is.
Matching the voice that you recognize, finally with a face that is somewhat similar, but you haven't seen in quite a while. You see the god of music and science and harmony, Oralon.
I was gonna say named. Okay.
You already tried to answer that question once
Yeah.
tonight.
Just write that down.
Make a note, yeah. And he'll be sitting in like a leather bound chair, maybe 20 feet away from you.
This is the one that told me about where I should be going for the orb, right? Or the other piece
Correct.
of the like.
Yes.
Like, oh, well, hey, didn't expect to see you again. You know, we're working on your project, your task, but I seem to have gotten a little lost along the way.
We all get lost along the way sometimes, Fern. No matter.
Do you have any suggestions of how I can get back to my friends and we can continue heading towards the orb?
No suggestions. I just plan to keep you here until my friends kill your friends, and we can use you to get to the orb.
Oh, wow, that's not really the way I was seeing this going. Can I do? I don't know the god personally, but can I like insight check him and see if this is actually what this god would do or say or act like?
You absolutely can, yeah.
Okay.
In check a god.
Can I insight a god, please?
All right, let's see.
Great call.
Oh, that's not great.
So you know of Coralon as one of the Presidium deities. You're very familiar with him as like a figure, right? You know all 6 of them as a group. You know each of them. You as Vern knows each of them. You were under the impression, and this is coming from a place of intense privilege. You were under the impression that all 6 of them were just nice, well-meaning gods that just made the world and just wanted the best for humanity and kind of just said, "Here you go," and yeeted out of the continent to just watch over from afar. So with an 11, you are incredibly surprised by this, first of all. But second of all, on a deeper level, like younger Vern is very hurt to be meeting somebody of this caliber that is not like a hero, right? Like you grew up idolizing all of these people, assuming that they're the best of the best. And, like this is Captain America turning into Homelander in front of your eyes.
Okay, yeah. Okay. I want to Okay, well okay, so let me think. Oh, well, is well, you know, you're gonna have a really tough time defeating my friends. They're some of the swellest fighters I've ever seen in my entire life. in my bubble of privilege.
I don't doubt it, Vern. They are very well suited to take on many tasks, fight many of the greatest warriors of our world. Not necessarily these warriors, though.
So you're keeping me here, and this is what? Am I in your dream, or is this still in my dream?
Vern, right now you're safely on your way to the middle of the forest with several very capable magic users to protect your body. Your mind, however, is somewhere out in the nexus. Whether it's your dream or my dream or someone else's dream, who is anyone to say?
I want to try to concentrate and see if I can grow a little bit bigger. Can I shapeshift in this environment? I'm not going to tell him this, unless he can read my mind, but I'm just going to try to focus and see if I can, like, alter myself.
Make a charisma saving throw, but the DC is going to be pretty high. I'm going to set it at like 23.
23. All right. Oof. Yep. Well,
You feel like you might be able to, whether
Mhm.
that's just adrenaline just telling you that you're like I can still make all this happen. This is my house.
Mhm.
Or actual magical ability that you're feeling. But you feel like the idea may be able to materialize. Just didn't quite happen this time.
Shoot.
And he'll say, "Sit down, Vern. We have plenty of time to discuss your past, your future, and what you can mean as a partner to me." And Urzak, that is going to be your turn.
Great. Robot's looking pretty beat up.
Yeah.
We're gonna do 4 attack.
Okay.
First one's a 22.
That hits.
Second one's a 28. Third one's a 29. Last one's a natural 20.
Nice. I'm gonna have you roll the first two separately, just to see what happens. Or give me your first two rolls that you did.
First one is 14 points of force damage.
Okay.
Second one is 11 points of force damage.
Urzak, how do you want to do this? That second one topped it off.
Yeah, he gets back up and his Warwick is beating the shit out of him. Eleanor's acting the shit out of him. He stands up, and as soon as he gets the fate for Zak, he's just gonna take his sword and jam it right into the core, and then give it a twist, and then he's just gonna kick the robot off of his sword onto the ground.
Make a strength. Make an athletics check. I think that'll be no problem for you.
27.
Okay, yeah. You can work your sword free from the core. I need a dexterity saving throw from you, Warwick, and Eleanor.
Well, my paladin
Yours is
left
a
me.
19.
It's a fat 10 for me.
Eleanor and Warwick both saved. This robot, as he is hitting the ground, you see the core pulsating, and then it starts to glow and get brighter and brighter and brighter. And this robot is going to explode in front of all three of you. The whole just the core inside of it. And you, Urzak, are going to take. Ooh. You're going to take 23 fire damage. And Warwick and Eleanor each are going to take 11 fire damage. Herzog, you are knocked prone.
He had to get the one last diss on me.
Would you like to do anything else with your turn, Urzak?
I guess I'll speed up.
That makes sense.
And a bonus action and a haste action. I will. I'll go ahead and use a second wind.
Okay.
Which is 18 hit points back. And I will. I guess I wouldn't know if Vern is. Or actually, I have no idea what the hell's going on here. I'm just gonna move into the room and assess the situation.
Cool. As you move into the room, you see Silgath in a frenzy. He is all bent out of shape. His eyes and claws are glowing red, white red. And he is looking around furiously, trying to find this, the Black Rider. Did it go down well for you?
Yeah, definitely.
Nice.
Actually, I'll pack my lunch just right now.
Okay.
Are you done?
What?
What time are you done?
9. Which leads us into his turn. He just snapped out of the darkness, and no enemies to be seen. So he is just going to run for the first opening that he sees. He's going to run straight out this door, which prompts a dexterity saving throw. She easily passes. He's going to run out this way and look out into the courtyard. That brings us to Bracklebath.
I'd like to make a perception check. I mean, I'll use my whole action. I don't know how much you'll let me do, but I'd like to make a perception check inside of the building and then outside where I can see.
Okay.
If I have to choose one, then I'd do outside.
No, I'll let you do both.
Okay.
Yeah, roll for perception.
That is a 27.
You still have true sight. Cool.
Mhm.
So as you are looking through inside, you do not see anything. Outside, what you would notice, differently from when you were here before, the tree of all seasons, which is in full bloom for you, is still glowing. What school of is it? Transmutation? Transport via plants? Is that transmutation? Or evocation, probably.
Like tree striding?
Yeah, it's not tree stride, though. It's transport via plants. Look it up real quick.
It is conjuration.
Conjuration. There is conjuration magic all around the Tree of All Seasons, especially at the base. You would assume that is where people escaped through. And you can detect a slight trace of footprints over here around the building, like the far corner of the building.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay. I have anything left, I'll yell that I think there are footprints to the west, I think it is. Can't remember which cardinal direction it is.
That would be north.
Okay,
It's
north.
north.
And I guess I'll move. I'll move that way. Why not? 5, 10.
Okay.
Yep, that's me.
All right. Crackle, I need a charisma saving throw.
I would love to.
Do you want to know the DC beforehand or no?
No.
Okay.
19.
The DC was a 24.
I have +10 to charisma, so that sucks. Is it against a spell or magical effect?
It is a magical effect. Yes.
Okay, so I get one more roll. I gotta get 14 at
10?
least.
14.
I got a 17, so it's a 27.
Nice. All right. He's going to appear right behind where you left. He's going
Oh,
to.
bitch.
He's going to launch 3 of the chains that are around his chest. They're just going to unravel from him and shoot out toward you. And you are on a successful save. You are going to be constricted by those chains, but they're not going to stick to you. So you let me roll for the damage real quick. It's 24 force damage, so you take 12 force damage. And the chains will release and kind of slide back onto his body.
Guys, he's out here. He's throwing shit.
And as his second attack, he is going to take his scythe. It materializes, and he's going to throw it backwards or southwards down at Silgath. He's going to make an attack at Silgath. That is a 17, which does not hit. Silgath's AC is 19. So you see Brackle at this point, the scythe as it's flying, it just flies past Silgath and dissipates in the air and reanimates in his hand. So it doesn't come back to him. He doesn't even worry about getting it back. It just reappears. And he is going to run right up to you, Brackle, with his movement. And that is his turn. It's Eleanor. She's going to make a dex save because she's starting in the grease. Easy save. She is going to run around here. She's going to attempt to throw an axe at him, a hand axe. And that is at disadvantage because that's a long range. That's past range for a hand axe. And that's going to miss. Eric.
Looking for something to. So, out of my peripheral through the window, did I see the attack to Silgath? Being that he's outside.
You would see a big black and purple scythe flit past the window.
Okay. I'm gonna Misty Step outside. Is
Okay.
there like a cone? Because it's occupied space you can see, through the window at the moment to where you would let me.
Yeah, you could go anywhere around here. Yeah, anywhere in that line of
Yeah,
sight is
okay.
fine.
Cool. I want to give a healing potion I have to Silgath.
Okay. Are you just tossing it to him, or are you? Well, you already used your bonus action, so you can give it to him with your action if you'd like to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's a potion of healing. The
Okay.
normal 2d4 plus 2.
Yeah. Roll for health. You will take that as your action.
So that'd be 7 healing.
Okay. Cool. Beth.
Yeah. Okay.
Assuming I can hear all the chaos on that eastern side.
I would assume there's some type of yelling.
I yelled out that he's out here.
He's to the north. Ah, fuck! He stabbed me.
Eh.
Okay. Death will move. Whoops. That's not the grabby. We'll go 5, 10.
I just forgot I have movement because I misty stepped. Would
You
you
wanna
let me
move?
move towards the dead robot?
Yep. That's fine.
I'm gonna try to do a check later. So okay, that'll be my turn.
Over here. Sorry, I'm doing moving math. Okay. 5, 10, 15. Give Orc a little pat on the back. Apologize for the window. And God damn it. Okay.
Go through the other window.
Yeah, so move 15, and then I'll Misty Step, Red Tear myself to this spot. If you think this is line of sight, I know I can't really. It's like at the edge of
Yeah,
the
I'd give you either of those squares. I'm fine with that.
Okay.
The grid system is imperfect.
Yeah. So move 15. Misty Step again. Just getting real tired of this movie move. Then he's gonna move the final 15 feet behind Shadow Man. Do you do flanking, Carlos? And
Yep.
okay. So, when you say Shadow Man, does he appear like a man with like shadow essence, or like made of shadow?
He appears, and Brackle can attest to this because he has true sight. He appears to be tangible. He does not appear to be made of shadow. Just when he is moving, when he and the dog are moving, it doesn't appear that they are walking. They glide more than they walk. Even though they're doing that motion, they're just kind of like a moonwalk almost. It just looks like they're phasing forward as they're walking.
Gotcha. All right. First attack, advantage, dirty 20.
That hits.
Fuck. 5 bludgeoning, 6 radiant, reduced.
He's going to take a reaction on you.
Mm-hmm.
And I need a... What do I need?
What do I need?
I need a charisma saving throw, Teth.
Casting
DC
a spell.
20. He is casting a spell, yes.
Okay. So charisma save with advantage. You said charisma, right?
Yes.
Oh, good thing I had advantage. Maybe 22.
Yeah, that saves. Teth, you are going to take 10, 14, 15. You're going to take 7 psychic damage.
I don't get to do this often, so bear with me. What is it called? What is it called? Can't find the aura name. Aura of warding. So there's that little upside down trident flares on Tuss' head, and essentially he has resistance to spells. Damage from spells.
So you take 3 psychic damage.
Yep. Take that. And also, sorry, go ahead.
He will take note of that.
Yep. And as a reaction, since he casts a spell within 5 feet of me, I get to make a melee weapon attack against him.
Sure, yeah.
Oh, not plus 15. Uh,
16 does not hit.
That's not good. I got really confused because I saw a 16 and another 16. I was like, what?
Right, yeah.
It's also an advantage because I'm flanking, and even worse, so it misses.
Perfect.
So my
do you have a second attack? Yeah. Circling back to your actual turn.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. So it's just like 26 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
My bludgeoning damage. Why? 6 bludgeoning, 3 radiant, reduced to 1.
Okay.
And that's all I got.
All right. Warwick is going to try some strategy here, actually. He's going to make his deck save. He's on the grease. He passes. Warwick is actually going to go over to Silgath. He's going to see an opportunity where there's a single enemy, and he is going to try and pull Silgath out of battle. He's going to move down here, and he doesn't have any movement left, but he's going to just try and calm Silgath down. And that is what he will use his turn for. Top of the round, Vern. Coralon is going to gesture to a mini bar, a little desk or something that your father would have. You always remember being there. You were never allowed to touch it. It was one of the fine things in that room that you weren't supposed to go near. And he'll say, "Have a drink, Vern. Take a seat."
I'll just say, I'm not allowed, and I'll scowl and refuse to accept the drink.
He'll say, "I insist." And you will look down, and there is a drink in your hand.
Okay. I'll take a sip.
Roll
is
a
it?
D100.
Oh no! I thought he was
Oh,
trying to get me like. I thought he was trying to schmooze butter me up and stuff here. Like, what's he trying to do? Like, fine.
I will say this is a harmless D100.
Something. Okay.
This is a harmless D100. A 71. That tastes like soy sauce.
Oh God! Oh no!
So
Well, I'll be like, well, I see why you're not the god of drinking, and I'll fling the contents over somewhere.
Say, not to your liking, Vern. I apologize. I will try my best to do better next time. And he'll motion over to a seat, and you will walk over to the chair and sit down. You do not have a choice.
Oh, will I now? Okay, that's fine. Yeah. All right. So why me? Why do my friends have to get taken out of the picture, and why am I the one that you need?
Well, Vern, I frankly don't care what happens to your friends. I suppose other gods might have influence in what happens in their lives, but you are the one that I am concerned with because you are the one that can retrieve my artifact.
Hmm. You don't look like a bronze dragon. You don't look like a tinkerer. So why? What? What connection do we have here? Really? I barely knew your name.
Let me tell you a story, Vern. Long ago, 6 of us came from far off. Melora insisted that we transplant ourselves into this ridiculous place in the middle of the ocean. We created this landmass. For the first couple of years, we ruled ourselves. We were in human form. I really know. Can you imagine? Only Vern, though. Like,
Yeah.
I grew up rich. Uh, we ruled as humans. The others revered us as we rightfully should have been revered, as gods. As time went on, people began to disbelieve. Their faith would wane. And we, in that form, or most others, held no authority over anyone. And so we left, took a step back, only in the passenger seat, a guide from afar. And that worked for quite some time. Until the two-faced war, when those who should not have been able to rise up and defeat the people they defeated rose up and defeated those 2 kingdoms that we had meticulously placed together. Since then, I and a few other deities have been looking for a way back into the driver's seat, Vern.
Hmm.
And this is my way back in.
And remind me again, you're the god of what? Mr. Coralon, sir.
Bruh.
The nonchalance it gets me. What am I the god of?
Mm.
In a word, I am the god of synergy, Vern. I take the brain and the heart and make sure that they work together.
Okay. That sounds like a good god to be in the driver's seat, I have to admit.
It does sound pretty good, doesn't it, Vern?
Did you draw all the little hearts then on those papers in my closet?
That was but a guide to try and find who was keeping you here, Vern. But as a as a person who hardly knows my name, I see now that was in vain to try and get you to find out who I was.
Well, I mean, I know now. And I mean, it seems like your intentions are good. I mean, I'll be honest, looking around, the war, the aftermath of the war, a lot of chaos. Things could be a little tidier. We got people coming in from different planes of existence and such. So are you not working with the other gods then? I mean, you all ruled together before. Are you not trying to do that now? You're all just making your own way back in?
Think of us as acquaintances. Every now and then, do a little something on the side that the others don't need to know about.
So what is your artifact? I'm curious. What do I have to retrieve for you?
I think you know that already. Talos, with his big fucking mouth, talked to you about the orbs of the Presidium.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to get mine back. I also need you to not share it with your friends. They don't deserve that power. Only I do. And by extension, you.
Oh, I see. But the orbs they're pretty heavy, and Teth is just so big. It's so easy to just stash them inside his iron body, you know? Are you sure we can't just like let one of them in on it?
I assure you that once I am done with Teth, if they manage to get out of this, you will have no strength remaining to carry but one orb, Vern.
Hmm. All right. Well, I guess I will certainly try to help you, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it very willingly if something bad happens to my friends. So you should call off whatever you have attacking them.
Oh, Vern. Take a sip of your drink and relax. As you look down, you have another full drink in your hand.
Can I roll another D100 to determine what the flavor is this time?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's be soy sauce again.
It's 77. It's soy
71.
sauce, isn't it?
77. It's so close. A 77.
Taste up, I
77
guess?
is good. A 77. It's gonna be cotton candy.
Ugh, okay. Yeah, it's fine, I guess.
Oh, sweet.
A little sweet for my taste.
Better than soy sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Urzak, that's gonna head back to your round.
All right, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna try to do, and you let me know how it goes.
Okay.
I wanna like dive through this window
Love
down
that.
here. I'll like action dodge roll through it.
Yeah. Make me an acrobatics check.
It's a natural one.
So
Just gotta move back there.
Your form is there. You just misjudge how much of the glass Brackle didn't get out of the window. And it catches you on your way through, and you do get stuck with kind of your head and your shoulders out one side of the window.
Okay.
So you're like right here.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna turn to homeboy up there, and
I will roar at you from the window.
I am going to, from my hands, conjure some cold energy. I'm gonna cast Frostbite on him,
Ooh, okay.
which is a Constitution save from him. Con 16.
That's a natural 2, so I'm gonna say that fails. I don't.
Really? Right.
Yeah, for a 4.
All right. It is 8 cold damage,
Nice.
and his next attack roll is made at disadvantage.
Okay.
And I guess with the rest of my movement, bonus action and haste action, I just want to try and shovel my way out of the other side of the window.
Yeah, I'll let you do that. We'll put you over here.
I'm
good with that.
Turn.
All right. Stilgath, I am going to have him make a sanity check. And his modifier right now is the same as all of yours, except for Teth. It is +3. Oh, that's pretty good. He rolled a 19. So he is locking eyes currently with Warwick to calm him down. So that's working. It's good. Bracklebath.
I will. Let me make sure I have one. I think I have one left. I will do put unsettling words on Smokey. Let's see. What's your favorite color?
Black.
No, you're gonna be purple and yellow and blue. And
Fuck.
I'll cast Fairy Fire on him.
Okay.
I'm gonna make it pretty. And I'll just make the cube so I'll place the cube so it doesn't hit Ted. He needs a dexterity saving throw. And then you need to roll a d10 and subtract that from your roll.
Dexterity save is 18.
Okay. I believe he automatically fails then.
Yeah. I don't know that he can roll poorly enough.
He can't
Yeah,
roll.
-5. Yeah, so it's a 13.
It was an 18 anyway, so you couldn't save.
Yeah.
So for the duration that I'm concentrating on him, any attack roll against Smokey will be with advantage, as long as they can see him. And he can't benefit from being invisible.
Okay.
And I will yell out to Urzak and say that you failing so hard going through that window kind of makes up for all the times you punched me.
Just like
Fair
picking
enough.
glass shards out of his arm right now.
And that's it. That's my turn. So Smokey's all pretty and colored, wrapping around him.
He is feeling the pinch. He doesn't look incredibly hurt, but he now is seeing the reality of how outnumbered he is now. So he's going to move over here. He does not provoke opportunity attacks. He is going to cast a spell that I think none of you would recognize, actually.
Well,
I should think about it, Andrew.
I'm going to do it, yeah.
Okay.
I'm just...
He was actually going to heal us all and apologize.
Mass heal, 9th level.
I'm
Sorry,
gonna
guys.
counterspell at level 4.
Okay. I'm going to look up counterspell just so I have the exact wording in front of me. Casting a spell of 4th level or higher, make an ability check using your spellcasting DC. The CC. Yeah. So your spellcasting is what? Charisma?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're a bard. Make an ability check.
Nat 1 on the die.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that doesn't work regardless. He's gonna go ahead with the spell. It is going to be. See if I can actually zoom out and draw it without running into
Yikes.
things on the map.
Zoom out and draw it. With the bad guys.
Alright, gang. Urzak
7th level war crimes.
distracted me with his hilarious acrobatics. I was waiting all day to counterspell and I failed.
So sorry, bud.
Waiting all day to jump through a window, and I failed.
And the dice that I used are the ones that Kenzie got me like 2 years ago. And the fail is fuck me.
Nope. All right, Teth, Brackle, and Urzak. I need a dexterity saving throw.
Brackle +5.
It's gonna be real high.
It's a good roll, but probably not good enough.
Whoops. Forgot to add the roll.
30.
Nice.
Yeah, it's real thick. It's
As
As
plus
opposed
8.
to a natural 30.
Yeah.
Brackle saves. Teth and Urzak both fail. DC was a 21.
Nice.
I'm
He-
I'm gonna use Indomitable just in the off chance that I can roll a natural 20.
Okay.
Digital dice.
This would be wild if you rolled a 20.
Oh,
So
so
it'd be
close.
the time though. Oof. Oh man.
What's your modifier, 2?
At +1.
So he's going to, his hands kind of start to smoke a little bit, and he's just going to release smoke. And it's going to shoot out like a Halloween fog machine. How it just like shoot like jets out smoke. That's what he's going to do, and it just shoots out into this giant dome and encapsulates all three of you. And Brackle, you are going to take some damage in a second. I'll figure that out. Let's roll this dice.
Don't worry, you're okay, Brackle. You got resistance.
It's poison.
No, against effects from magical spells. Or damage, sorry.
Oh,
If I hadn't tripped through that window, it would have been that much closer to Teth.
Fuck!
So Teth and Urzak, Urzak, you're going to take 54 fire damage.
Ow.
Teth, you're going to take 27 fire damage.
Got it.
Brackle, you will also take 27 fire damage. And as you are kind of breathing in this fiery white hot smoke, like this phosphorus type material, you can start to feel what feels like hands down at your feet, and you are both restrained. Teth and Urzak, you are restrained in your spots.
Oh, dude, I have 2 more rolls. I forgot I have haste.
Oh yeah,
You-
you have advantage.
Oh yeah.
2 more shots. No. Okay.
Oh. Nope, not today.
Also, Brackle saved on his, correct?
yeah.
Yes.
So I
here
took
the-
half.
Oh, so cut. Yeah. So, what is that?
half of
Nice. That
13.
helps
Yeah,
a lot.
13 fire damage.
You said we're restrained?
You are restrained.
Why do I get resistance? Because I'm in your aura?
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you're within 10 feet of my aura of warding, you have resistance
wow.
to damage against spells.
That's pretty clutch. Brackle's looking rough. He was looking extremely rough before.
And as a bonus action, he is going to call his dog, who is
We're
just
people.
waiting patiently up here where those footsteps were, hoping that somebody would go and investigate them. The dog will reapparate. I'm just going to use another one of him here. This is his dog. And it is going to run into the sphere and attempt to bite you, Brackle.
I'll use my reaction to cast Power Word Euthanize on the dog.
That's going to be an 18
Go to the
hit,
farm.
Brackle.
Is that? Did you roll with disadvantage?
Disadvantage. 17.
Still hits.
You are going to take 10 piercing damage and 2 necrotic damage.
It's looking real rough.
All right, Eleanor's turn. She is going to avoid this dome at all costs, but she's going to run up to this guy. Does she have enough movement? Just shy. She's going to run up here, and she is going to attempt to throw her axes again. First one is a 6. That misses. The second one is a natural 20. Nice. She's going to do, that was not good rolling. 11 slashing damage, which is doubled, so 22 slashing damage. And necrotic damage he is resistant to, so she's just going to roll normally. Into the dice tray, please. 4 necrotic damage. It's her turn. Eric.
So I was talking about making a check on the body of
Mhm.
the robot. Are there any symbols on his armor? Well, I guess, I mean, maybe I wouldn't have even done this because of the explosion. You know, it had him so damaged, but anyway, is there anything to glean off of where these guys are coming from?
Do you want to use your passive perception as a bonus action, or do you want to take an action to make an in-depth perception check?
Let's do a perception check action.
All right, I'm going to have you move right up onto his body, please.
Fine.
And make a dexterity saving throw.
14.
That fails. So you, upon going up to his body, slip and you fall prone.
No.
Gotcha. Okay.
But you do have plenty of movement,
Plenty
so
of
you can
movement.
get up and, yeah. You basically
I
just
look around and
use all of your movement.
saw that.
Yeah, roll for perception.
I'll stand back up, right? Okay. Perception. Awesome. Rolled an 18, so 28.
With a 28, you would, going through the wreckage, a 28 is a great roll. So first of all, you see the core that exploded. You see remnants of evocation magic in there. You would be able to glean that very mechanically based evocation. As you're kind of digging through the rubble, you come up to his helmet, his head, and on the back of his head, you see an insignia that you have seen before. Wonder how far back it was. I know that I've shown it to you before. There it is. You see this insignia on the back of its helmet. And everything else is nothing much is surprising. It's an incredibly thick metal coating in several layers. You could see on the arms there is a mechanism for the hands to move in. And you can see kind of like little holes that could feed fuel in for the fire-based attacks or the dropping of the oil. But everything else, mechanically, to your expertise with a 28, seems pretty standard. It seems like a construct built for battle.
Does this ring a bell to Eric then? Because I'm not remembering above game. Like, is this the elevator?
Make a history check.
Ooh, cool. I rolled a 19.
Yeah, great. Even with a 19, with a 21, you would remember this clearly as the same insignia that is on the back of the journal that you uncovered in the infirmary at the Castor compound. That I believe Urzak is still in possession of.
I want to say with my movement, how much is there left after standing up?
You have no movement left because you used half of it to stand back up after you slipped.
Okay. I only used like 5 to get into the oil.
Oh yeah, I guess you have like 5 left.
So 30 minus 15
So you could-
minus 5. Do I have 10 or 5?
I'll give you 10. That's fine.
Sorry.
I'm not concerned with 5 extra feet.
But yeah, so I'll just head back to battle here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good checks.
Turn.
Good checks, Eric. Teth.
So this dome, we're currently restrained in it.
Yeah.
Is it a dome of darkness or is it just a dome of war crimes?
It is a dome of mist, so you have obscured vision, but you can see through it. I would say that you would still be able to see the Black Rider. You would definitely be able to see Brackle and the dog. Urzak would just be at the extent of your vision, as would Eleanor. Definitely cannot see Warwick or Silgath. Maybe 5-10 feet maximum out past the constraints of the dome. But your eyes still work. It's not like magical darkness.
So I can still see the Black Rider and I can see Doggy.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna try something because I'm assuming to break the restraint is an action, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna try a thing, which I prepared. Did not think I was gonna use it. And apparently I have an option to. Teth is going to I should describe this and cast it before. I really should have prepared a way how this looks. Let me just see. I'll read. Ooh, one word command. All right. So yeah, Teth will at second level, he is casting command
Okay.
on the Black Rider and his pupper.
Oh man.
Yeah. Keep this fucker from
Okay.
moving. And he's gonna akin to because it has like a list of command words that are kind of already predetermined, right? He is going to akin to grovel.
Oh
doesn't-
shoot. Make a dex save, Teth. I forgot to have you make it again. This
Oh,
save,
okay,
this
nothing.
save is at the beginning of every turn, as long as you're within the dome.
Oh, well, fuck. Well, I'm still gonna do this because it's cool. Dex save. Roll the natural one, so I ain't going nowhere.
Ooh.
Perfect. So, yeah, akin to grovel.
Yeah, you're going to take 25 fire damage, and you're still restrained.
that from the spell?
Yeah.
Would it
On
still
every
be half?
failed save. That is halved.
25 is halved?
That's 50 damage on a failed save. Yeah.
Ooh. Hey, Brackle, you want to get the fuck out of this? Okay. Cool.
I have to save.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
So, yeah, he's gonna. What's the command word? Oh, yeah. Sorry. Let me pull that back up. You distracted me with 50 damage. Akin to grovel. Grovel is a bit. I don't know. Feels a bit malicious, right?
I guess, yeah.
And I think he's going to just to kind of, I don't know, maybe let me know if this sounds reasonable, DM. Teth is just going to say pray in the attempt that you like the traditional prayer stance on your knees, right? You go to your knees and you start praying to your whatever. Basically, make the target prone, essentially. That all being said, he still has to make a save, which he'll probably succeed. So wisdom 18.
Wisdom 18.
Yep.
You rolled the natural 1. So he's
So
yeah.
the target would, if he's prone or not, I suppose that's up to you. But basically, he does that, and then it ends its turn on its next turn. This is the way, if I'm reading this correctly.
Okay, so we can target falls prone and then ends its turn. Yeah. You, in your limited vision, you see the rider just fall over. Just falls backwards onto the ground.
Yeah. It says, yeah, just because I don't use command that often, so I'm kind of learning as I go too. So the saving throw or follow the command on its next turn. So I guess it gets to pray next turn. Maybe he'll get us some deets in the process. Unless it doesn't understand the language or is directly harmful to it. Praying's not harmful, right?
No,
No.
I would not consider that harmful.
Okay.
With his
The
turn,
dog-
Warwick is going to. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say the dog also has to do it. Which actually the dog might not understand me, so.
The dog would understand you. The dog would not be able to communicate back.
Okay. He'll just be
Dog,
howling.
however, rolled a 19. What is the dog's small?
As long as it's not a negative, he's good.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine.
Yeah. Well,
It's a flat roll for him.
dog is not praying. That's funny.
Warwick is going to pull Silgath back here. Just kind of like coax him back, just drag him back out of the field of battle. And at the top of the round, we are not going to end with Vern. We're going to leave him hanging for another week. But from the corner of your eye, Eric, as you're kind of looking out this way, seeing what's going on, Urzak, Teth, and Brackle, with your obscured vision, you would still be able to see this. From seemingly nowhere, from the sky, from behind, somewhere, a giant lightning bolt comes down and is going to hit this guy.
Ouch.
Which guy?
It's not I'm Vern.
It's burned.
From my dream, I'm saving you guys.
Yeah, it's not Vern. He's gonna deal.
I gotta go. I'll see you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See you later,
Sorry I
man.
can't say any later, but have fun.
Four lightning damage. And appearing from behind him, just floating just above the ground, sparks around this figure's body as they come into view. Urzak and Brackle, you recognize this character immediately. You see Adira
Oh shit!
floating right behind him,
Nice.
ready to enter the battle with you guys.
She's entering the battle doing 4 damage with lightning bolts.
Honestly, the 4 damage made me think it was Zapdos.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. And then when you
Oh,
said
man,
standing
that would be
there,
so
I thought
good.
it morphed into like a humanoid figure, Transformers or something.
Adira, we have
no.
this character that does, guys have about the same attacks. Maybe you guys can exchange secrets or.
She is a storm sorcerer, which is strangely close to a bronze dragon sorcerer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like weirdly overlapping movesets. So we're gonna have 2 sorcerers in our party. Michael
Also-
Fitzko was supposed to join tonight, but he had a work meeting, like a re-intake meeting. He will be rejoining the party next Monday.
Oh, fun.
Nice.
Adira, also a devout follower of Talos.
It's true.
Mhm.
Yeah. Sucks to suck.
I have had many talks with Michael Fitzko. He is very interested in trying to take that orb for himself. So I can't wait for all of that to happen.
No.
But yeah,
away.
Adira just descends down, shoots a little bit of a tiny little
Static
lightning bolt.
electricity.
Yeah, just like rubs her hands together and just like touches his shoulder.
Dude, I didn't realize
but
you were
yeah.
rolling. I didn't realize you were rolling the damage for that bubble, and I just saw fucking 10d8. That's a
ND8,
bad
baby.
bubble.
All right, guys. Awesome session tonight. Trent, I hope you didn't feel like you were being put out.
No, not at all.
Uh,
I was
Awesome.
brought up to speed pretty quickly. That was nice.
Cool. You would have been present. Your body would have been present, but Eric made the actual smart move and transported you out of the city through the tree in the middle of the city, which is a move that I didn't expect, but makes total sense, and that's what happened. So
good.
Now you're gone, and you're just living in this dream
Mhm.
for a while.
Hey, not so bad.
I'm gonna go back and watch your guys' session last week now that we played through this.
Bell's just cradling Vern's body.
My boy! My boy!
Oh,
All right,
you're
guys.
awake.
I'm
All right.
gonna head out. Great session tonight. Thank you guys very
Yeah.
much.
Good night, everybody.
Night.
Night.
Bye.